What's good, y'all? SGG gang, it's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another episode of the Detroit Tigers rebuild video, man. And today, hope you guys are ready to go and get into this. You can see by the standings, we are tied with the Cleveland Guardians 49-38. So this season is really coming down to the nitty gritty. We're getting to the point where it's win or lose, division, wild card, because it looks like we're pretty well locked to maybe even be a wild card standing. But the wild card standings are pretty tight too as well. But I'm surprised by how good we've done this season, considering the step back that we just took. So if you guys are excited for that, man, and you want to see us make it to the playoffs and want to send us some good luck, hit that like button, subscribe if you're brand new to the family, and comment down below any feedback that you want to leave on the team. As honestly, with our record, some of these rankings that I see here too are pretty surprising. 27th in power, 24th in defense is pretty bad. But we're getting ready to go ahead and kick off yet another month of July. So that means yet another All-Star weekend, yet another draft. And before we can even get there, though, we have a very close series here against Boston that we have to go ahead and finish up and wrap up. As you can see here in game number 1, we're going to go ahead and jump into this critical situation. As some of our team rankings there on the screen, we want to go ahead and take out this series with Boston, and they're trying to go ahead and close us out. But we have no outs, first and second, and Keith Clemens, who has been struggling all year, batting just barely over 200, is 1 for 2 in the day, and a great chance to be clutch against Pedro Rivera. So he comes into the game, already having to check his swings. That two-seamer confused him, but he's been struggling all year. Ever since winning Rookie of the Year, it looks like he's kind of regressed a little bit, and maybe he just could be a little sophomore slump. Hopefully he gets out of it next year, or maybe even actually pushes out of it before the end of the season, as he gets caught looking there on the check swing. They're not even going to look down. They're going to just say he went all the way around, so he'll have to go sit down, and Harry Ford will come in. A ball on the ground could end this game as he's swinging at that screw curve in the dirt, trying to give them exactly what they want, and then he chases upstairs. He'll go sit down too as well. Great addition, though, by the way. He has been playing very clutchly at that 9 spot. And now we got our leadoff hitter, Morris Jones. Quiet day for him, 0 for 3. And we're looking to try to replace that. As he's batted 281 on the season. He's looked very strong in his sophomore year, so no sophomore slump, but there will be a sophomore strikeout. As my boy will go ahead and go sit down. The Red Sox were able to close this out. We had a great chance there to at least tie up the game. Ended up basically, all 3 guys striking out, unfortunately. So great job there by Pedro Rivera, though, for the close. Michael King getting the loss there as we gave up 6 runs past the 7th inning. That can just not happen, bro. We had great offense to start the game. We kind of obviously ran dry eventually, as Green hits his 10th home run, Torres is his 3rd. And Framber Valdez actually put up a good start, 6 in the 3rd, 5 earned runs, though, attributed to him. So I guess he kind of let up those runs in the 7th, maybe let him stay in a little bit too long, as we were not able to go and pull out that victory there. And Boston's 36-51. We should be able to well handle it like this one right here. 9-0 victory here, as Casey Mize is going in for a complete game shutout. Why not we go ahead and see if we can go and finish this one up? We don't get too many chances for complete game shutouts, especially with somebody like Casey Mize, who has struggled in the first 2 years, or his first couple years up here at the major league level. I know I wanted him to be great up here, and it looks like he's finally starting to show flashes of greatness. ERA has been below 4 all year long. He's consistently looked like one of our top pitchers in this rotation behind Tariq Skubal. So he's outworked Luis Severino and Framber Valdez easily. He comes in with 1 out away from another complete game shutout. I believe he already has 1, or if not 2, this season already. Obviously not going to be in the CY Young conversation. You should see some of the top leaders in the NL through July down below. But a very solid number 2 starter. Maybe even, if we didn't have Skubal, ace easily. As he goes against the ground ball there to second base, completes his complete game shutout, and we come back to go ahead and win this series in last game of the series by a score of 9-0. So he's looked very strong. I don't know where he is as far as the All-Star game conversations, if we'll see him in there or not. If we do, we definitely pitch with him, as he only actually gave up 2 hits here today too as well. So that was a nice 2-hitter. Gave up an error as well, but we were able to go ahead and get out of it. As Mitch Keller gets the loss for them, 3 2/3, giving up 6 earned runs early. And this game was pretty much out of hand before it even got started. You see a lot of home runs coming by way of Guerrero hitting his 29th, Torkelson with his 2nd, or his 12th, which I think is the team 2nd place. And then Fernando Gonzalez as a rookie with 10 of them things, as well as another 2-hit or 3-hit performance for him. As we have a lot of guys really balling out at the top of the order. That bottom of the order looking kind of cold. Green, Jace Jung, Ford, all of them guys offers. But we got the Futures game coming up right after that, right before we get into the draft. We don't want to miss it this time, as we have before, kind of jumping straight into the draft. So we want to make sure we don't miss either one. So I think the correct order, I always get it confused, is going into the Futures game first. Before that, we had a loss here against the Cincinnati Reds. We only put up 3 hits, one of them being a Gleyber Torres home run, which was our only run. But Matt Manning putting up a confusing start. Only got 1 out, 2 earned runs. So maybe he got hurt and just came out the game. I didn't see any notification. Did y'all see a notification? I didn't see anything saying that he was hurt. He gonna miss a couple of starts. So maybe it was just like had to leave the game type of thing. I mean, 2 earned runs only on 1 hit and giving him 2 hits is not, in my mind's rules for an early exit, but he had to get up out of there, and we kind of suffered for it on the back end, giving him 4 more earned runs past him. But here in the futures game, it looks like Ben Hernandez, our closer that we recently drafted, did make it as far as pitchers goes. As far as bats, I'm not seeing anybody. Okay, so the only person that we have is Ben Hernandez at closing pitcher. So we'll basically effectively ignore that game and kind of, I guess, come back to it. As we look at some of our guys that could be in the All-Star game, you got Jordan Hicks is pretty close to relief pitching. Jordan Romano looks like he's close as a closer. Eric Haas looks like he's actually making the catcher rating, but Harry Ford ahead of him. So that's a good trade in my mind. Vladimir Guerrero, of course, he's leading by a big margin at first base. Second base, not really seeing anybody there. So no Gleyber Torres. Third base, Fernando Gonzalez is at 4th. As a rookie, I think that's pretty impressive. Shortstop, nobody. Left field, Akil Baddoo and Kerry Carpenter both on the list, right back to back. Even though Kerry Carpenter is no longer with us, looks like he's made a name for himself out there with Toronto, having a very good season. Batting .281, 13 homers, 57 ribbies. Not a bad year at all. I mean, I'm glad we moved on from him still, but not a bad year at all. Center field, looks like Riley Green is way down there at the bottom. And sometimes I honestly forget that Morris Jones actually is a right fielder and Riley Green is the center fielder. We just have them flip-flopped for defensive purposes. But even Morris Jones is still pretty far down in the right field spot, so it doesn't look like either of those guys might make it. So maybe only a handful of guys making the Major League All-Star team, unfortunately. But it'll definitely be a fun time, and I think we'll be able to go ahead and get some good gameplay. And of course, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will at least be playing at the very least. Now, answering that 6-1 loss, Tariq Skubal comes in and he puts up a short start as well, 2 2/3. Jordan Hicks couldn't even record an out. And wait, y'all see this? It says we gave up 10 earned runs as a team, but we won the game 2-0. Hey, I'm gonna let bygones be bygones till we bygones and let the night come. You know what I'm saying? JID, shout out. But I don't know what happened in that game. We got the dub. It's on our record as a dub. I don't know if it affected their stats at all, but I'll take it. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the draft then, man. Go ahead and set up our draft queue. Is this year around. Some of the things that I'm really looking for is I'm really looking for that. I guess you could say I'm still looking for a power hitter in any aspect of the means. And this year, I think we found him kind of like in left field and at third base. So we're going to be looking there. I want to bolster our starting pitcher, get more depth there. I feel like we have a lot of guys with good potentials. The overalls are just climbing very, very slow. So I want to look at that position, as well as Julian Gillis here as shortstop. I wasn't really looking shortstop, but 100% scouted. He looks like he could be a solid B potential prospect with good overall, good contact, good vision, great defensively and speed. And defense is obviously, like you just saw, 28th in defense is something we could very much use. So I'm going to keep my eyes on him. I'm going to keep my eyes on some of these left fielders like Kirby Ridgeway. He's 99th on our board. Somebody maybe late that we could pick up that has good contact. A catcher. There's some guys that I have my eyes kind of on if they're available late in the rounds, but didn't really get around to scouting too many of them. So we're kind of basically just going off of what some of these blues are. Like Michael Becker, you saw there, a lot of contact, a lot of vision, discipline, types of things that can help you go a long way. But my eyes are also too on Lou Brewer. Didn't really, pop him up there that long, but a starting pitcher that had really good per nines, really good stamina. And I think with our first overall pick, if he's there, along with some of the other guys getting taken away, he might be my first overall selection for the team. So with all that being said, draft queue is put up. You saw the order we had to list it in. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. William Geiler is who I'm really looking at first, but I project that he'll probably go before we're able to get to him. So we have a couple of starting pitchers lined up right behind him to go ahead and take. You can see where the board will fall. We'll find, pick 49, 13, 73 as far as the competitive balance round B. We got our third round, fourth round. Thankfully, you're not able to trade picks in this one. So, I mean, you basically have your picks all the way around. So, whatever your first round pick is, you just have that 13th, like for us, 13th pick in every single round following. And then you have your competitive balance rounds for signing guys in free agency and stuff like that, which obviously help out a tremendous amount. So, with all that being said, you can see the top picks are ready and up on the board. You got the Rockies, you got the Royals. I love this little 10-second clock, and they do this whole big animation to really drastically show out some of these picks. Makes it a little bit more intriguing, a little bit more intuitive, and a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. As you see, the Brewers have the third overall pick. So let's see who the top 3 most decorated players will be. Number 1 For the Rockies, looks like it is Damian Connor, starting pitcher. 7th on our overall board, 2nd on the MLB board. Looks like he got some strong potential. Probably a high B, maybe low A. And then his overall looks like he'll come in at about a 60 overall, but 21 years old, righty. Look like the Rockies might be trying to look for just some more depth there. I don't think there's anything major coming with that pick. So number 2, it looks like the Royals will be picking up Lamar McClennan, second baseman. He was the number 1 overall prospect on all boards. It looks like both ours and theirs, but we didn't scout him that much, so I don't know how accurate these ratings are. Could be a 99, could be an F. Who knows? We'll see what kind of player he turns out to be for them when the ratings start to show up later on. Now, number 3, Milwaukee Brewers. Do not select one of my guys. Who is that? Antonio Almanzara. I think he's somebody I looked at for a little bit. He's 5th on our board, 3rd overall. Didn't finish his scouting profile, but looks like he'll be a solid prospect too as well. He might even come in with A potential. I mean, that was pretty high up there. Now, as we go ahead and get to our pick, the guys that are still here, Lou Brewer, Will Page. Both of these guys had strong potentials. Page had a chance at A, but Brewer would come in basically MLB ready. At 23 years old, a lefty. He's coming in at a 79 to 84 range, so he's probably going to be an 80, somewhere around that mark, and have the potential to get to a high 80. Those are cutter, 12-6, slider. Now with Will Page, he'll obviously need time to develop. 21 years old, 2 years younger, be around the 60 mark, but could have the chance at A potential. Now we have a lot of guys that are already at that A potential range. He's 9th on our board. So I think I make the smart decision here. Since we have a lot of guys that have potential and just need time to grow, why not let's go ahead and take somebody that has, slightly less potential, but is already going to come in basically ready to go. So in my mind, let me know down below who you guys would check between these two as they're, jumping back and forth. We're going to go ahead and select, though, Lou Brewer with our first overall pick here at 13th, man. I just felt more confident in the fact that he would be ready to kind of go right now. You can see I even looked at Jason Williamson here. He was 12th on our board, but he had the potential for A's. Everything kind of looked good there. Striker per 9, walk per 9 were kind of some of the lower ratings. But in the end, I'm taking my dog here, Lou Brewer, man. 4-year senior at a university, 23 years old. He's coming in basically knowing his stuff, going to be ready. I think the plan would probably be to put him right at AAA. Well, it'll be spring training, of course. He'll come up, spring training. Let me see what he can do. And then I think if he doesn't blow me out the water, he'll go to AAA, not just AA. And then if he can ball out there, then we'll go ahead and bring him up, of course. But his overall first move will be AAA. Now, before we make our next pick, let's go and look at some of the guys that we had on our board that ended up getting taken. Adam Little going to the Braves. Jason Williamson here to the Angels. Will Page ends up going to the Padres. David Valenzuela, the left fielder that I was looking at as a prospect. Even though he's 35th on our board, 40th on the overall board, you can see how some teams overvalue, or I guess like in their eyes are appropriate valued. As he goes to the Dodgers, they're well above where he was supposed to. I thought I was very clearly safe taking him here possibly with my second pick, but it is what it is. And we do have a couple of fielders here, a couple guys in the left field, a couple guys at third base. Darren Vera as a potential option here. Good contact. The power even looks like it'll be about average. He's going to come in basically ready to go at 19 years old, fully scouted. So 74 to 86 potential, 74 to 86 overall. Going to be a great fielder, good contact, power is on average, vision's going to be there, speed, average, discipline, great. At 33 overall on our board, 75th on the overall board. I don't know if this is a guy I can necessarily wait on. I really feel like this is somebody I should pick up now. What do you guys think down below? Plays first base and left field as well too. So a little bit of position flexibility. And with that being said, didn't even look at anybody else. I like the ratings and stuff that he had portrayed, especially for the future. I think he's going to be a 5-tool player that's going to be very good for us. Now, I say 5-tool loosely because the power and speed were both on average, but everything else was great. Bobby Milton here as another starting pitcher option. Like I said, I wanted more depth. You can never have too much depth. Had him about 50% scouted. I liked his per 9s where everything was. I like the potential. And I like where the overall could be as an 18-year-old lefty. Why not go get some more lefties in the rotation? So Bobby Milton, go ahead and join the squad. Picking up speed here a little bit. It's the later round picks. These are ones that like you're not really fully expected to come in and be game changers, but you want to see what they can do. Now here, 100% scouted Dana Urbiana at left field has potential at B, maybe even A potential with 83 to 95. He's going to come in very low though. Potentially at a 40 overall, but he had good power. He's a good player and has very good potential at 19 years old. We just got to help him realize it. So he'll probably be somebody that like I would put like at single A to start out with, being that low overall before he gets any kind of at bats. Now here in round 4, got a couple of guys, first base, 2 left fielders, and the catcher, where their draft positions where I feel like I could get all of them that I wanted to. So we're going to go first baseman first. here with the second pick or round 5 pick. I'm gonna go ahead and try to go after since we already have a left fielder anyway. I think it makes more sense here to go with Sidney Davidson at catcher, get some more depth there, back that up. Decent potential rating, but he could come in very low overall, but he's only 18 years old, so plenty of time to grow. And of course, when I go to round 6, both the left fielders that I at least could have picked from both got picked up. So now we got to really make a educated guess here as we look to go in and look mainly at the guys that we've scouted. Now we've already picked up, I think, 2 starting pitchers. We've drafted a first baseman, a catcher, a left fielder. So now I'm looking at the potential ratings. Who's going to give me at least the potential to be great out of the guys that we scouted? So I'm looking for guys that, B, A if possible, anywhere around that line. So here goes one right here. Even though we didn't scout him at all, Lee Sanchez, 80 to 99 is what he's kind of starting out with at 21 years old. So that piqued my interest. You got Howard Matsui at second base, 65 to 99. That's piquing my interest as well. Now, then I go in and look at this stuff, and it's like none of this stuff looks like it's anywhere possible ready to be played. Like some of those ratings at present were at 0 on the rating scale. So I'm gonna go Lee Sanchez. He just had a little bit more promise in the outfield, so why not? That's an educated guess. We'll hope that pick works out, but only time will tell what that actually ends up turning into being. Now, with the draft being over, of course, you guys know we won't get to sign anybody until after the All-Star weekend. So we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into that. And for the first time in series history, we will be able to play the home run derby here at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City as Vladimir Guerrero Jr. leads all of majors right now with home runs with 29 of them things, even more than Judge, Alvarez. Those guys are one behind him, but we'll see who takes home the home run derby crown and then who ultimately takes over the home run hitting crown though when the season is over. That's the real crown that I would care more about anyway, but at least this one actually kind of comes with a trophy. So we got him going in and teeing up here today, and hopefully we can put on a good showing and still play up against Mookie Betts. You got Willie Adams, Brian Reynolds, Fernando Tatis Jr., Yordan Alvarez, and then Ramon Laureano, Aaron Judge. So that's how it kind of goes. It's just a seeding thing. We're playing the 8th seed. He'll obviously get to hit first, and we'll just have to just match that or hit one more than that to be great. That's why it's better to have those higher overall seedings. And here we kind of skip through most of his rounds. We're going to the last minute here as he's already at 14 home runs. He's earned bonus time too as well, as looks like maybe he's running a little bit cold here on stamina with the last 30 seconds. That one got out just barely at 15. This deep to left center will not go. And it's great that you have this triangle button. You can just kind of watch it, but speed through it at the same time, as you can really just kind of hold that one down to kind of get some perspective over where these balls are going. So we'll slow it down here in bonus time. Last 30 seconds as this one is gone. 420. So 17. That's a pretty good mark. It's honestly got me nervous here now as this ball is still carrying. Is that 18? It is off the foul pole. If he hits 20, I know something, bro. Why I gotta play the 8th seed and he comes out for 20 of these things, bro? Really? 19? 5 seconds. So this is gonna be the last one. Yes, foul. Thank you. But now I gotta go hit 20. Like the home run derby ain't easy, y'all. It's not like you just get to stand there, time it up, and just crack out home runs. Like the home run derby is not by any means at all a slouch, a mini game that you can just come in and win every single time. You gotta be on your stuff. You gotta be paying attention. And you gotta hope that your pitcher don't sell you. Look at this first pitch. What is that? Why are we throwing so slow? Come on, pick it up just a little. Gosh, dog, what is that? Is he throwing me change-ups? My dude is throwing me straight change-ups. Well, we wasted the first 3 pitches. Haven't got solid contact yet. As this one we wait back just a little bit on, and that is gone finally. First home run took almost 30 seconds to get into. We'll show this whole round as long as we're able to be successful. This ball is deep back and gone. So that's some standing topics, while you guys are watching the home run derby in the background. Madden is on its way out. So let me know. I did put a poll up a couple days ago, actually. So go back to that poll or comment it down below. What do you guys want to see from the superstar mode? Obviously, I'm going to do one, but this time around, I'm not going to do it at the same time since we have this series going. And I plan to keep it going. We'll keep 2 series at a time, maximum. So we'll do that one all the way, at least through the first season, and kind of let the views on that tell me if I want to go to a season 2 or not. But before we start our rebuild on that game as well. But what do you guys want to see from Prodigy, man? He will be making his return, but is he going to return as a quarterback, or are we going to finally do a receiver this year, especially with the mini games being intact? Maybe it's be a little bit more fun to switch up the positions. You guys let me know what you guys want to see either down below in the comment section or go to that poll that's in the community tab and vote for your boy, please. I want to see you guys' feedback so that way I kind of know what to produce when I go ahead and get the game when it drops fully. Hopefully, eventually your boy will be a part of that created list, and I'll be able to get it early for you guys and share my feedback and realistic comments too as well. But right now, I don't got the subscriber fan base to do that. So if y'all want to see your boy be on that list, please hit that subscribe button, share that with friends and family. If you enjoy my commentary, my gameplay, the way I do the games, please share that thing out for your boy. Let's bring the fan base in and really get active. And once the fan base starts getting more legit and I can start doing this more full time, we can start live streaming and stuff. Y'all can come see me live. Y'all can see how angry I was during this dang home run derby. We only got 8 of these things. Make it 9, and there's a minute and a half left to go. I need to hit 10 bombs. Every single one of these has to go. It's like a fire sale when your favorite store is going out of business. Bankruptcy, everything must go. 90% off sale. Ooh, that 90% off sale must have been a lie. Because that ball is, look at it. He's still throwing me these changeups. It's still so hard to time it up. I had to even call a timeout to get my energy back. As we go ahead and jump straight back into this. But yeah, make sure you guys vote on that. Last thing I'm going to say on that. So let's go ahead and jump back into this. And, really talk about the season. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This last first half of the season has been killing it. I mean, obviously he's leading the league in home runs, 29 of these things. The RBI totals is high. Moving him to that 3 spot has really been doing wonders for his game. That just goes to show you, like, if you put the guy in the right spot in the lineup, they can really start to take off and do a little bit better now. That's why part of me wants to kind of move him back to 4, maybe move Akil Badu to 3, and move Keith Clemens back up to 2, because that's where he was killing last year. But he's struggling so bad. I cannot have that bad of an average hitting right behind Morris Jones for basically a guaranteed double play or automatic second out, first out, whatever it may be. When Morris Jones is getting on, and now the RBI totals is less for Akil and Vladimir Guerrero. So for right now, the lineup will stay where it is. As you can see, we're here in bonus time, 30 seconds left. I mean, I don't have another timeout, so we're just hitting this thing with red energy. We need 8 home runs in 18 seconds, and I don't think that's possible. So looks like we will not be able to advance to round 2. Pretty upset about it. At least while I was playing, now I'm calm and relaxed, but not able to go ahead and make it past round 1. Shout out Mookie Betts. Hopefully he goes in and wins this whole thing. Then if he was able to go and drop almost 20 in this first round. It looks like we will cap out at a 12 and lose this thing to Mookie Betts. So Mookie Betts will go ahead and move on for the Dodgers. Shout out to him. He played great. And we'll just have to see who goes in there and moves on forward to the next round. As you can see, the home run kind of spread. Nobody really hit out to right field. I mean, the first you see was like, that's still technically, I feel like, center field. That's not even right center field that Mookie Betts hit. So we jump ahead to the final round. Mookie Betts ends up getting beat by Willie Adams, who ended up beating Brian Reynolds. Fernando Tatis Jr. beat Yordan Alvarez, but got beat by Aaron Judge after he beat Ramon Laureano. So it'll be the 2 seed versus the 5 seed, Willie versus Aaron, American League versus National League. At least 2. It's not 2 American League guys battling it out. And what I end up doing here is I just go ahead and fast forward through his round. He is 14, and we'll just basically kind of speed through Aaron Judge's as we go into the last minute here. So he only needs 2 to tie, 3 to win. Hasn't hit bonus time yet, but he has a full minute left. Let's see if Aaron Judge can go ahead and win this in regulation. Now, they do have an overtime tiebreaker type of thing to go down. In case he doesn't, as this ball is dying out the wall. Another double there off that one. This one will go deep to center field. Carrying out of here, 431 feet. Not enough to get the bonus time, though. He needs 440 on this one. If he can get it, he'll get bonus time, but he also might not need it, as that's another double off the wall. 20 seconds left basically in this thing. He takes this one deep center field. This is a wide angle showing everything. Could this be bonus time? Woo! I'd be so mad. Because honestly, if that wall wasn't there, it probably would have landed at about 440, but they kept it out at 439. No bonus time. This will be the last pitch we see. Can this one slide out? Will the Heat carry the ball deep on the warning track? So no win in regulation. We will take this one to the tiebreaker rounds, in which case it's just a minute. You got a minute to hit as many home runs as you can. So Willie will go ahead and kind of speed through his hits here, but we'll still watch it as he gets 1 home run. 30 seconds left to go. Ooh, maybe I should have did more of that taking a pitch. I wonder if that redoes your stamina at least a little bit, since you kind of took a little break there. Maybe I should have did that to kind of calm down when I wasn't hitting. And look at that. He immediately comes back and hits 2 straight. Is this one a 3rd straight? Going to the corner. Fair ball is gone. So he hits 4. He has time for 1 more swing. He will take this one opposite field. We haven't seen too many of these go out, so I'm going to guess this will die well before the warning track. So he has 4 things in the tiebreaker. Aaron Judge needs to hit 5 in a minute. Can he go ahead and cap this one off for us? The home run derby is so fun, by the way. And I think this is what should happen for any type of all-star. Wow, I don't know how that one didn't go. That definitely hit off the top of the wall. But how other leagues should kind of do events like this. Like, for example, the dunk contest, how it's so hard to, you got to ask people who's going to compete. Keep track of the dunk stat throughout the season, who dunked the ball the most, and then just put in the top 4 dunkers. I mean, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that wouldn't be it, but you got so many people that can dunk and would probably do great dunks, not going to the dunk contest, and you're just kind of picking these random guys. And people complain that we see boring dunks during the dunk contest because we're not getting guys like Dwight Howard and Blake Griffin like we used to. Well, maybe start picking the guys that dunk, because I bet you if you track dunks that season, them 2 guys probably dunked the most times that season. I really think that would kind of be another way to kind of do it. And that way you don't got to ask them and have the option of saying no. You just know you dunk the most, you're going to be in it. Just like Aaron Judge hit the second most home runs, and now he won the home run derby. So shout out to him at the 2 seed. He goes in and takes care of it with the very last swing too, by the way, hitting the shot clock cheese. Shout out Chris Smooth as he goes in and takes that home run derby hitting crown. We showing love as the American League side. We at least want to see it come to our side of the division. So great All-Star weekend festivities, man. Aaron Judge walking away with that trophy. That trophy looks so dope too, by the way. Just 2 bats kind of crossed around like an X. As he will walk out of here with the championship. Maybe he'll want to sign with the Tigers next season. Go and get our home run numbers up. 15, 17, and 14. Basically every round just doing what he needed to do. So, I mean, great job there. Hopefully he doesn't get hit with the home run derby curse of now he doesn't hit any more home runs for the rest of the season. But we'll start All-Star festivities as always with the AA games. Danny Dietz and Russell Jones being named as AA starters. And then just a quick little easy look here on who else made it. John Hayes is a backup at catcher. Ended up making it. He had a pretty good season, batting .277, 2 home runs, 11 ribbies. And then a little bit of ways down, actually on the hitting side of things too as well, Steve Walker ends up making it. He's batting .232, 6 home runs, 22 RS. I'm not sure how he slid in with that low of an average, but we're going to celebrate anyway. The lefty is killing things. And I think we did have a pitcher, though, if we slide down. Yep, Steve Shabbatz was able to go ahead and make it on the pitching rotation side. 8-5 record this season, 2.5 ERA, 1.14 whip. He's looking good, looking like maybe he could be ready for a AAA move sometime soon. He's worked his way up to a 66 overall. His numbers have looked great all season. 13 quality starts on the season, 2 complete game shutouts. And that's 13 out of 16 starts, too, have been quality. So not too many bad starts. And Tyler Alexander himself makes it. So that's 6 All-Stars at the AA level, despite the team not actually having a winning record, too. So that's a little bit surprising as well. As we'll go ahead and focus on Danny Dietz, one of the more recent draft picks, a little bit highly touted here in the infield. At second base, I believe it's a B potential. And he's been killing it. So, I mean, if he has another good month this month, we could very well see him making that transition up to AAA. But only time will tell. Like, he has to have 2 good months. He had the good month last month, but I want to see back-to-back good months. Show me that you're really killing it. And so, especially because we're getting near the September call-up, so we're going to have to fill up that AAA roster anyway. He could see himself making that move up to the next level and show me that he might be ready to go and take over second base for Gleyber Torres. Or will it be some guy that we drafted this year? Who knows? So, making great plays in the field, too, as well. He's not a defensive liability at all. He's pretty solid when it comes out to being at least a second baseman. So, I feel pretty confident about his abilities. And hopefully he's able to show them off here today as he's 0 for 1 already. Gets a nice little ball, 4-seamer low on the knees there. Line drives this one out and gets the base hit. So, great job there to go ahead and come to the All-Star game and get a couple of hits in. Now, unfortunately, here I didn't show it here, but they told me to steal, so we're going to take off with this 60 speed, and he slides in, and he's out by a mile. My boy had time to catch it, like pump his arm real quick, and then go ahead and tag him out. But he ends up getting taken out of the game there with his next at bat, so we'll go ahead and switch over to Russell Jones, who they kept in over here at third base. We'll have to see what kind of player he turns into. This will be a simple flyout, though, so he went 0 for 3 in the All-Star game, not doing much there. As we want to check in, like I said, we had 6 guys in the All-Star game, so seeing if any of these other guys did anything. John Hayes came in for 2 at-bats. He was 0 for 2 as well. Not really seeing anybody else slide into the bats. Let's see. Do we have anything going on with the pitchers? Alexander, there he goes. 2 outs, 2 hits, 3 runs. None of them earned a walk and a strikeout. So somehow gave up 3 runs. Didn't have any of them earned, so it must have been off of error. But he was the only one to get in. Steve Shabbatz did not make it. And we go up to the major league level now. Having fun in the minors, but we got to show off the majors. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. ends up being our only All-Star, I believe. So we will player lock on him to show off this game, as he really was the only one to kind of, put up All-Star type numbers, which I think some other guys did for sure. I think Akil Baddoo could have been one batting over 300. I'm surprised he wasn't. Casey Mize could have slid in. I mean, he's had a good season, but I understand why some of these guys didn't get pushed all the way up. So, like I said, we'll be focusing on a player lock game here with all-star festivities at the major league levels. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., after putting off a show in the home run derby, will now hope to put on a show in the all-star game. Batting .311 this year, 77 ribbies, OPS almost at 1,000, as he's been walking, slugging, doing just about everything we need him to, and playing great defense at third base too as well. Not a slouch over there at all. He'll be facing Julio Reyes, who gets the start for the National League side as they are up 3-0 already. And it will not be helped here by a hit by Vladimir Guerrero as he ends the second inning. And we'll still be down 3-0. Now it's 5-0. Runners at first and second for a second at bat all the way in the bottom of the fifth. Chops it on the ground. You know he has no speed, so this is going to be an easy 3-6-3 double play. So ruining the run scoring opportunity. No RBIs there. Now he does come up for the bottom of the seventh. As he's low in the order, he's batting seventh. So he actually didn't even get taken out of this game. He gets all four of his at-bats here. 6-3. If he gets a hold of one, he can take it out. Look, doesn't that waterfall look like it's got glass in front of it or something? It looks so fake. I'm not gonna lie. Even on TV when I be watching it real life, like y'all, if y'all ever been to that stadium, is that like glass in front of that to make it look so shiny? That water looks so clean and drinkable. As we get the strikeout there, man, we go bottom of the ninth here. I told you he's gonna get all four of his at bats here, and he's the final out too as well. So trying to be a little bit more patient here, as I don't want to be the last out of the All-Star game, not me. And what happens? David Bednar puts us in a 3-0 count. And then throws a wild pitch low and away. So we'll go ahead and take our little trot over to first base. And at least give us some life here. We need 3. So the tying run is still in the hole. Or in the on-deck circle, I should say. Not on the hole. The winning run is in the hole. But we won't even get a chance to see either one of them boys. This one is skied to center field shallowly. Gloved in. And your National League team not only wins the All-Star game, but I think it still has implications in the World Series. I'm pretty sure. So they will have, whoever goes to the National League will have home field advantage in that World Series. Unfortunately. So that's bad for us if we end up being the team that makes it from the American League. But we weren't able to go ahead and put up any stats here. Just double check and make sure none of our guys happen to come in off a substitute or something like that. But nope, just Vladimir Guerrero. And kind of similarly here with AAA. Looks like it's just Harper McGinnis as he ends up being the only one. Look, our third basemen are playing great at all 3 levels. We had a third baseman, which I guess you could say Vladimir Guerrero since he plays third base, a third baseman make the All-Star team. Batting .251 this season, 8 homers, 36 ribbies. So the bat has been productive and powerful at the AAA level. And we'll definitely have to see if it's warranted of a major league call-up when September call-ups are here as he takes this four-seamer 0-1 deep into the gap as we're in Yankee Stadium for the AAA All-Star game. Y'all notice that none of the 3 All-Star games are played at the same location. And this one, in fact, is at Yankee Stadium. And maybe showing off that he need to be hitting here. And that's a double into the gap. Now, unfortunately, here on the next batter, not able to move up as he's playing a little bit of chicken here with the ball in the air. That's a pop out over the third base, and then Miguel Garcia, 0-1, chops this one on the ground over to third base as well. He'll go ahead and glove it and make the easy throw over to first base to get him. I was taking off for home just in case we could slide through. We come through for our second at bat, runner at first base now. Score still tied 0-0. So a great chance to maybe give this AAA team the lead, possibly. 0-2. There we go. Watching that slider away from Stout. Trying to get me a chase, a breaking pitch away. Is not working. 2-2. Swings over the top, though, the four-seamer. It was in the zone either way, so, I mean, we had to swing, but not able to go ahead and make anything happen with it. And since we were, not hitting that well and at the top of the lineup, we only were able to get 2 at-bats in before being taken out of the game here. And we would just kind of watch how the rest of this one kind of plays out. Look at that back-to-back home runs. I'm pretty sure that's our side of the thing, too. Finally puts us in a position to go ahead and walk out of here with a dub as long as the pitching staff is able to hold it here in the top of the ninth. They give up 1. And we do end up taking that dub, man, 2-1. So with All-Star festivities being over, it is that time of the year to go ahead and sign the draft picks. And you can see some of the demands here. We only have $9.2 million in bonus allotment. I'm not sure how that gets declared. Is it like the worse you are, the more money you get? I have no idea. Able to go ahead and sign our left fielder Danny Urbana here. He had plenty of interest in us. We got him fully scouted. No need to do anything there. You see, we got 3 guys lined up here that we already have fully scouted. Interest is pretty high, so I'm gonna try to offer these 3 contracts here early to go and get them out the way. Unfortunately, matching the interest and actually giving them a little bit more than what they wanted doesn't even seem to work a lot of times. Like, some of these guys really be divas when it comes to offering their money. As Freddie Campillo, he doesn't want to come. Darren Darren Rivera, offering him in the millions when he only wanted $900K. Doesn't take it, so we got to wait up on that too as well. And we come over to Lou Brewer. He wants $3.3 million, which is pretty steep. I'm gonna up it just a little bit to $3.39 million, or actually, yeah, up to the $3.4 million. Almost 3.5, still wasn't going with it. So we'll go ahead and finalize it here, at least for the first three. Get their interest up a little bit more, maybe to make it a little bit easier to go ahead and sign them a second time around. As we jump back into our major league team, we got a series here against the Mets. We lose the first two, come into game 3, down 3-2, 1 out, and a chance to possibly try to come back and win this game and avoid a series sweep of the Mets. I mean, with a 26% chance of winning, I think it's a little bit higher, especially with the top of our order in. 4-seam slider, 2-seamer here from Edwin Diaz. Oof, that triple digits force. I forgot this thing coming triple digits. So we got our work cut out for us here with the 2-1 count. Got great vision though to watch it go 3-1, and then the pitch right around the ankles again. Not trying to pitch to Morris Jones, but does set up a double play possibility. But this is a Akil Baddoo coming up. My boy don't regularly ground into double plays. Instead, he grounds into doubles. Oh, dang, I thought that was going to be a double down the line. Batting .311 this season, 46 ribbies. Can we go ahead and add him up a couple more to the ledgers? This one's going to the right field above the glove. He could not jump high enough. Morris Jones has plenty of speed to go and come around. Not only is this a tie ball game, but it is the lead for the Detroit Tigers. 26% my cheeks. As we go ahead and get the lead here, you see the bench is fired up. Akil Baddoo coming through in the clutch yet again, a 3-for-4 day. And we go ahead and get Diaz up out of there. Taylor Clark will come into the ball game and go ahead and just try to settle things down, keep it at 1 run. And then we're going to try to walk this thing off in the bottom of the 9th. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. chops this one on the ground over the 3rd. Great diving play from a knee. Throw goes over to first base and they got him. Great play there by 3rd. And then Fernando Gonzalez, he lines this one into the outfield. This will go into the glove of the left fielder, though, coming in shallowly, tracking that one down in the dirt. And we'll go to our closer, Jordan Romano. 22 for 25 of saves this season. 3.8 ERA is pretty high for a closer. And his batting average against righties is pretty high, but we're looking to have some faith in him here today to go ahead and shut the door. 7, 8, 9. This is the easy part of the lineup. Rowdy Tellez. I don't know why I struggle with that so bad. But he's 0 for 3 on the day. Has a quick 0-2 count. Can we get him up out of here? Not going to chase the 4-seamer. My boy just came up. I guess he just came up to look at pitches today. Watches the slider low. Let's try to hit this 4-seamer high and tight. That one catches too much of the plate, and he will take this one deep off the upper deck sign out there in right field. 21st home run. Why do you have 20 home runs in the 7th spot? They tricked me. They put a good hitter down at 7, 8, 9. How did their lineup that good that they can stand? Unless he's just having a breakout year. My dude is now at 21 home runs at the 7 spots. My dude should be hitting at the 4, the 5 at least. And now we have to go up against the bottom of the way with the tie game here now. We'll have to do it in extra innings if we want to win this. But Jack Sawinski will go ahead and swing through that one, get corkscrewed into the ground, and go take off for first base. Christian Vasquez will have to come in next, trying to win this game, watching it upstairs, swinging through the low slider down below. And now we just got to take care of the top of the order. Francisco Lindor, 1 for 3 on the day, 1-2 count. Gets this 4-seamer low. This will go deep into the gap. Looks like it will probably bounce up against the wall, and that one is gone. Similar to the home run we saw in the home run derby for Aaron Judge, they didn't count as a home run. That bounced off the top of the wall. Francisco Lindor hits his 16th homer of the season to walk it off for the Mets. Are you serious? I can't believe we gave that one up. I did not think he would be able to take that ball out. I'm not going to lie to you. That was a pretty good pitch, I felt like, low on the knees. And he muscled that one out, put just enough on it to get it over the top of that wall, man. And of course, I don't know why every time we play a game, it's game of the week. But, of course, we get walked off on by 2 solo home runs after getting a very clutch 2 RBI double in the top half. That goes in and puts us out of our misery. You see 3 for 4 day. We had 8 hits as a team, which need to put across a couple more runs. Guerrero and Gonzalez didn't even get a hit today, so that's probably explains why we did so bad as a team. Green hits his 12th home run, and Matt Manning had a great start. Romano just blew the save, got up the loss. Now the ERA is up by 4.3. As you can see here, Still Walker gets an injury. He's going to be missed 2 to 3 months, so that sucks. And we get a trade offer from the Angels. Alex Reyes, Nick Castellanos. And then look at this. This almost pissed me off. They try to trade me Alex Reyes, who is on the injury list for 2 to 3 months. I immediately declined without even taking a second thought to think about it. That was a terrible offer. I don't know what they were thinking. And it's back time to sign some guys. So we're going to go up to $3.57 million and he's still not interested. Why do you even ask for 3.3 million if you're not going to be interested in 3.5 then? I'm so confused. So I ended up taking him off for a second because he pissed me off. We're going to try to sign the other two. Darren Vera ends up signing. Great. Go ahead and come on to the team. And then Freddie Campiello, we give him $485K. He goes and signs to the roster. So that's 2 more guys signed up. So that's 3 of our, 7 draft picks signed up. We still got Lee Sanchez, Sidney Davidson, and Bobby Milton that we want to kind of look at here. As you see, some of these guys need to be fully scouted so I can see if I want to sign them. And we got 2 guys that need their interest up, so I can see if I can sign them too as well. Sidney Davis has perfect interest. We could probably sign him right now. I just want to see more of his scouting. We only have him at 10%, so I want to see more of what he can do, so I can make sure I'm making the right sign, because we have not signed somebody before because they were too bad. Here, we got a series against Washington where Valdez is going for a complete game shutout in game 3 after we split the first 2. We're up 2-0. And I want to see if he can do this thing on his own, man. I'm not going to help you on this one. Lower that ERA yourself. And we do end up getting the 2-0 victory there. Valdez had a great job. In game 1, Tree Screwball gets us the dub. We win 11-1, 17 hits as a team. Somehow Gonzalez walked away with no hits, but everybody else multi-hit games. Guerrero Jr. only had 1, but everybody else multi-hit games. Jones, Badu, Clemens, Torkelson all hit home runs. Clemens with 4 ribbies. And then a great game by Screwball going 8 innings. Probably could have went the complete game, but we brought in Brash to go ahead and just get that last 3 outs for us to go ahead and close out a great game against Washington, as we should be dominating them anyway. I don't know how we lost this game 8-5. He had 9 hits as a team, but gave up way too many runs. We gave up 4 runs in that first inning, 3 more in the 7th. So those are attributed to Severino having a terrible start, and it looks like Jackson Jobe having a terrible relief effort. He is really pissing me off, but I really don't have anybody that I feel comfortable filling up that long reliever role other than Jordan Hicks. I mean, I guess we could send him down and bring up another middle reliever. Let me know down below if you guys think that might be a move. Bring up another middle reliever to send him down. You see Valdez almost got the complete game shutout, was 1 out away. We brought in Romano to go ahead and close it, though, as he probably just got a little too tired. And as you can see there, coming out of that series, we have one against Cleveland, a 3-game set in which we are 2 games back in the division. We're leading by half game over the Blue Jays in the wild card spot, but this is a very important series because I told you it's going to come down to every win on who's going to take this division and who's going to be a wild card spot. So we might have to go ahead and start off next episode with that one. Let's see if we can close this one out by signing our guys. $3.8 million. Finally gets Lou Brewer to sign his deal. Thankfully, can't believe it took this long. But of course, now we're going to wait till basically the very end. I want to get these guys scouted as much as possible. Obviously, we got to go to the interest, get there for 2 of them, being at 42 and 38%. So it's going to require all 15 of these days to basically get this done. So next time we come and see those, hopefully we'll be signing all of them to good deals. But this will be where the series ends off, man. We have Casey Mize going against Lucas Giolito. The Tigers versus the Guardians battle for first place in the AL Central, man. What other way would you rather have it between these 2 powerhouses? And the Guardians are the reason that we didn't even make it out of the wild card round the first time around. They're the ones that knocked us out of the postseason. So I'm ready to get my revenge against them, take them out of this top spot of the division, and take back what is rightfully ours, and go have success in the postseason. So if you guys are ready for that, you guys are ready for this series, and you guys are ready for Casey Mize to continue a great season against a struggling pitcher in our offense to go off, leave the video with a like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more content, man. Turn that bell on so you know when videos are going live for your boy. And I will catch you guys in the next video. It's your boy SGG, aka GM Smooth, aka SmooveGotGame. And this team is looking so strong. It's making me proud and happy, man. Catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone. Peace.